Love, light, and blessings, Shamanic Edwards Priestess here. So I'm actually really super excited about this video. This is going to be a fun video. So recently I got approached by a deck creator that if they gave me a copy of their deck, would I do a review on my channel about it and things of that nature. I was like, yeah, I jumped on it. I was like, oh, I would love to do that. I usually always buy my own decks and stuff. So this is like the first time that's ever actually been offered to me. So I was like, okay, but I'm going to give you, like an honest review. And they were like, that's perfectly fine, so on and so forth. Because even if somebody gives me a deck, I'm going to let you know if I like it or not. Funny thing is, I never looked at the pictures of the deck that they sent or whatever. I just kind of was like, yeah, I heard new deck. As you guys know, with the pandemic, it's really hard to get anything in the mail anymore. So I was excited about getting a new deck, something to play with. I didn't realize until after I had agreed to get the free deck. I already owned this deck, and I did a quick review of it before, so I'm gonna do a more in-depth review. But I purchased this deck, and I use it for my professional readings. So I'm actually even more happier that the deck that they wanted me to review is a deck that I have purchased on my own previously. So now I have 2 copies of it. So now I have a backup copy. Like, I'm excited. This deck I got back in December 31st. Of 2019, and it's a working deck that I have. This is my current one now, and I read professionally, so I read 5 days a week, 12-hour days, you know what I mean, and things like that. Yes, I do schedule breaks in between, but I do work a 12-hour shift and things like that, reading and taking care of my family. And so for me, a lot of times decks tend to look really beat up and messed up and wear down easily and so on and so forth. And thicker cardstock doesn't work for me. This deck is a deck that I've been reading everybody with this month. I've been reading people with it since I've gotten it. I adore this deck. So like, I'm really excited that the deck that they offered to give me to review on their channel is a deck that I actually bought, that I love, and that I actually did a shout out last year to it, in fact, when I got it, because I am a Rider-Waite enthusiast. Okay, so I'm gonna do a review of this deck, and I'm also gonna do a comparison video so that you can see like other decks that I have. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite versions, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why. So this deck, if you're wondering, has actually held up to use. Like, again, I've been using this since last year. I read professionally. It looks great, so it's beautiful. It's literally on Amazon for less than $15 and things of that nature. So all right, so I'm gonna put this version away, and I'm going to unbox the new guy. Okay, so we're gonna put the one that I'm using currently now. Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, this is the new guy. So I'm gonna pause the video so I can open this deck, okay, and everything else, so you guys don't have to see me struggling. Then I'm gonna compare it to 3 different versions of it, so that you could decide for yourself. But I think this is one of the most beautiful versions that I've seen of Rider-Waite. And again, like, I have been personally using this deck since last year. It is one of my top. This is one of my top 5 decks. I usually use about 5-6 decks for professional readings, and I like to rotate them throughout the year. And this one has gotten a lot of use, like I said. So, and it's held up. The cardstock has held up very nicely, with the exception of I accidentally messed up one of the cards. That's my own fault, nothing to do with the deck. So, but yes, okay, so let me pause this video. I'm gonna open up this deck for you guys to see it, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna compare it to other clones and other versions of it. And I just think it's beautiful. They did a really good job. Okay guys, so the deck is the original tarot, and it's by Siren Imports. Okay, it comes already with more stuff than I've ever gotten from the US Playing Games Rider-Waites, because it comes with the key to the tarot. Okay, and what's nice about this, it's more than just a white book, because it actually has colored pictures and definitions, basic definitions of the cards. I learned tarot on a little white book, not even gonna lie. I ended up getting more in-depth books later on, but like, I learned from these little white books. And yeah, So that's how I learned tarot. And then I was practicing and reading for people and this and that and that. Because once I got my first Rider-Waite, like, you know, I just started reading with it and got really great reading. So not to sound rude, but I didn't struggle with learning tarot. And then, like I said, then I started studying it more in depth when I went professional with it. So I think this is a good starting point, actually, just to get at least the basic meanings. And like I said, even the minor arcana has illustrated pictures. So like this is really cool. And again, it's about $14-15 on Amazon. It has even a better book than your traditional plaid backs, you know, for goodness sakes. The backs are one of the most beautiful backs I have ever seen. The cardstock on this is linen. It has a linen finish. I was so excited about this deck when I saw it was a deck that I already had. I was so excited about. So thank you so much, Siren Imports, for sending me this deck. That I wanted to use like my camera stand so you can kind of look down kind of review, which I'll probably do later on if you guys want. But I'm waiting for my camera stand, my webcam stand, to come in the mail because the other one broke. So, and I just didn't want to wait anymore. So yeah. So this is the backs. It's beautiful cardstock because it's flexible, but like I said, it stands up to high usage because I rifle shuffle my deck. I'm not somebody who's afraid to damage my cards. Like, I'm rough with it. I do time readings. Like, I read fast. So I'm not worrying about bending cards and messing up cards when I'm doing reading, when I'm in the zone. So, and these have held up to such great usage. So again, I'm like really excited. So it comes with a little pictorial book. It comes with your standard tuck box. It's not gilded on the sides, which I don't care about that. It has these beautiful backs, like I said, and it's thick. Look how thick. This is really good cardstock because it's actually thicker. This was like my favorite version of Rider-Waite, and I have since retired it to start using this one because you can see more details on this one. And as much as I like Pamela, the clones, I do like to see her original writing. I like to see her original artwork. And so all they did with this version is they just cleaned up her work, but it's still her original artwork. So this is why I still do love it, of course, but this is why I always use this one more than my other Rider-Waite, and it was always my favorite. But see, it's still her artwork, but you can see so much more details. The coloring is so beautiful, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gorgeousness. This is just more crispier pictures. You know, look at the beautiful blue and the, so I love the coloration on this Siren Imports version, and everything like that. Even like, you know what I mean? And to get me to like put this one away for now because I wanted to play with this one is a big deal, because everybody knows like the original tarot is, you know, for a long time my favorite. Like, I like it more than the Centennial. The Centennial is actually not my favorite version of her deck. I know it's a lot of other people's. It's not actually mine. So yeah, like, you know, and then being that it's like spring and stuff, the coloration on this one feels like springy to me, you know, because when I got the albino, it's just poorly done. The newer versions of the albino, blurry and stuff. So this is, like I said, it's so crisp. And my favorite part that I have not seen anybody mention on any of the videos, there's no copyright on this one. There's no copyright on this one, okay? And I actually feel the borders are not bad. Like, they don't bother me. They never have bothered me, but like I said, I don't bond with, like, this one is I even forgot I had this deck, the Universal Tarot by Los Garibo. Like, I have never bonded with this deck. I tried to edge it to make it fun when I used to edge my, like, it's brand new. Like, literally, I've had this for years. And every time I've done a deck collection video, I've even forgotten I had this deck. Even when I did your forgotten decks, I didn't even include this because I actually forgot I had it. But yeah, like, I don't like this art style. You know, yeah, not my thing. Cause it's like it's really a clone, but This deck has just never been my thing. So I like her original artwork, you know, and things like that. So, you know, this didn't do it for me. So I'm comparing it even to this version. I still prefer the Siren imports. And then this one's also a favorite. It seems to be to a lot of people. These two that I'm going to talk about, they're also beautiful. I will never take that away from them. But I just tend to prefer, and I do collect right away, you know, decks and everything. I like her original artwork, you know. I appreciate everybody else's stuff, but this is the universal. I use this a lot in my readings too, you know, and it is beautiful, but it's not her original artwork. This is, you know, somebody else who redrew her things, and things like that. So as much as I love this deck, and I've used it and things like that, I like the fact that this is her original artwork, like I said, but it's just remastered. And even comparing it to this one, which seems to be popular to a lot of people, this one is not my thing. Like, I barely used it. Like, I've tried. A lot of people love it. You know, it's borderless, whatever. Something about it's just too much color going on there. I think this has just the right amount of colors. Like, it really sparks my psychic hits and things like that. Like, I just respond so much better to this. And because the price is so affordable, let's say my deck gets messed up because of the high usage, I can more easily replace it than compared to all these other decks that are they're way more money, sometimes 10 or more dollars more, and that may not seem like a lot, but at the rate that I replace my decks, that does matter. So I'm going to show you guys now a quick walkthrough of it. See, there's more details. You see the table that the magician, you can actually see like the designs on it. You can really see like the white lilies. Like, there's just, it's so clean. Look at this beautiful high priestess. Like, I can see her face, and things like that, because I feel like in a lot of her, like, Centennial, the original tarot, and things like that, there's so much details that get lost. And by kind of cleaning it up, you can see so much in these cards, and things like that. And you don't have to settle for redrawn work. You know what I mean? Just, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful version, guys. And it's linen cardstock. Here you can see the linen cardstock. So it's that nice, beautiful plain cardstock. Because, you know, what I've noticed with US Games as well, they've changed their cardstock. Some of these older decks, and even Los Caribou, they have changed their cardstock. And this is really good cardstock for the price, you know. So I hope other deck creators start to step up their game when it comes to cardstock. See, you can actually see like you can see the priest, you can see the guy dead under his feet, because in older versions that gets muddled. You can see the child, you can see like the lady passing out. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Like, you can look at the water in the Temperance card. Look, I almost feel like you could feel the water in this thing. Like, it's just gorgeousness, guys. It's gorgeous. If I'm going too fast, you could pause the video, because I'm going to try to go through it quickly. Actually looks like a lobster. I love the sun card. A lot of people don't like this. I think the sun card is so cute. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. This is like my favorite tarot deck in the whole wide world. Right Away is my thing. Everybody knows this. It is one of my most used decks, along with other clones and things like that. But I love it. I'm so happy to know that the deck they sent me is a deck that I've been using. So that makes me feel good because it's an honest review. I can, you know, literally say the quality's good. And it's good for the price. Like I said, it's good for the price. And I hope more people discover this deck so that the creator could continue to make it and offer it to people that are fans of the Right Away Smith, or people that maybe they want to start working with this deck, and maybe the other colorations and things like that, like maybe they don't like the plaid backs or the muted colors in the Centennial or the original tarot. This is a beautiful, beautiful compromise because the colors are just beautiful. They're not loud, and it's her original art style, but it's cleaner. You know, it's cleaner. So I love that about it. You know, you can actually see the faces on this one. You can see like their expressions better. You can see details that get lost with the colorations and things like that. So, you know, they really did a great job of capturing the essence of Pamela Coleman Smith's deck. I love the coloration and the pentacles, the greens. You can really see the sadness in the gentleman's face and the lady's face, you know. And like I said, it's affordable, so like you don't have to be afraid of using it. Oh, you know, after a while, all cards get like worn or whatever, you can replace it because it's affordable. And like I said, it has linen cardstock. Like, how beautiful is that? So this has, like, since last year become one of my favorite versions of this deck. So look at the blues and the cups. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I love the Two of Cups. To me, these Two of Cups have no genders, neither male or female. Like, I love that about Right Away Smith too. I read the court cards as energies. So see, you can see the linen cardstock. It has her signature. It has her original writing. This is like Pamela Coleman Smith's original writing in it and everything. So great job. Great job. She really looks like she's concentrating on that chalice that she has in her hand, where she looks like she's frowning because she's like so intensely concentrating on it. I like their faces on this version too. I just love the waters. The cards with the water in the background in this deck. The color they use for the water is just beautiful. You can see the Mother Mary in the window. So you can actually see the details of the window. You can see the water on there. It's beautiful. You can actually see that it's a child next to her. I feel like that gets lost sometimes in the older versions. you can see the backgrounds. They did a good job cleaning stuff up. You can see the actual backgrounds. The design on the bed. I love the colors, the yellows, the blues, and the sky. The butterflies on her crown. Yep, so this is the original tarot. I'll show the box again. Deck of 78 cards, and it is by Siren Imports. Siren Imports, sorry. And you can get this on Amazon. Okay, so thank you so much for sending me this copy. Just know that I love your deck. I've been using it for my professional readings, and I highly recommend it. I give it 5 stars. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and until the next video, bye.